First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Black, what is that? 52's the mic. 65, 65. Wait. Check 15, check 15.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Tight is right. 4 down. Check. Wait. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 36. Deuce. He's checking. Look at that. Check 13.
Throwing is Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Watch this. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check the backer. Switch it. Come on, boy. Check. Lucky.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You don't want this. Mike 40, check, you got me. Nice, speed up.
Jameis to throw it. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A first down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Winston. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
Winston's pass.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Miller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Winston. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Winston. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Miller. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch, switch, switch. Set up. Take go.
Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Single, under crunch, under crunch. Watch twits, watch the twits.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Colts 7, Saints nothing.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Love, and the ball comes out. Love lost it, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Shut! 54 miles. I know he ain't got it. Chad. Pump up. Switch gears.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Set, cut. 7 ending. Watch my board. What we got?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pass complete here to Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
for Winston. It's caught by Aguilar. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Touchdown. 59. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check. Check 43. Switch. Check 9. Bang.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the fourth most in a single season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first and 10, Winston. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
And the Colts first down.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Completes it to Aguilar. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Winston now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Winston now. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
He's crashing. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
On 2nd down, Love. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Bryce Love with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're in a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end rock, tight end rock.
Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play fake. Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. To return is Taylor. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 54 Mike. We own them. We own them. Check 24, check 24. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hayward, Hayward. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Under 10, under 10. 10. Switch, switch. 2 seconds.
On first down, here's Love. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go, here we go. Put the flag. 5-4. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready? Right there. 54, right there. Ready?
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going for the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
On 3rd down, Winston. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jameis again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively.
On the ready, 54. Mike, 54. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check, 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 check. 80 weapons. Pause, pause.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That ball complete to Isabella. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. On it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch me.
Jackson on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Shift, shift. Check your hot read. Check. 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 Go, go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's caught. Smith. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. This is Miller, complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. From the gun, Winston. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jameis to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Colts on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be third and forever. Now Winston. It's caught. It's Miller. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Let's get it.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. 55, 55. Here we go.
Now Winston on fourth down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Black 22.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the red zone now, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Exit.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Colts on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third and 9. Here's Winston. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Javon Hargrave has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Winston to throw for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Check. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. You go tight. You got tight.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Silver. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Love again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football, so now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Now a give running right is Love. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Nice hit, boy.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Shift.
He may try and run for this. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Ready, 54. Mike 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Check. Check hot route. Hot route. Switch. Hey, back. Joker. Hey, one set.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
All day, every day, any day. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop their 7th game on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.